Hey my beautiful Virgo peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-April 2022 tarot reading. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. Without further ado, let's dive on into this and see what we got going on. Starting out here with the current energies for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-April 2022. First card out, what do we have? And we have here Embrace. Ooh, I love that for you. Definitely time to embrace something coming into your mid-month. Moving forward from that, we do have here the Trust card. And then lastly here for you, Virgo, is going to be, what do we got? The Move card. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. We got Embrace, Trust, and Move. Embrace here definitely means that, usually if you see the Embrace card coming up, it's probably because there is something here that you're not embracing. So it does seem to me like it's time to embrace something about yourself moving into mid-April. The Trust card over here, I feel, is like trust that you'll be accepted is what I'm hearing here for you. So I think you're a little nervous here to embrace something because maybe you're worried that you won't be accepted. Maybe you're worried that individuals are not going to like something about you the more that you embrace it, but it's time to move the hearts of other people. We do have here the Move card, and most importantly in this card, you kind of have these two hands that look like they're moving a heart. So it's time to move the hearts of others is what I'm seeing here. By embracing something about yourself, trust that you will be delivered well. Trust that individuals will embrace you just as you embrace yourself, and that you will even move or possibly inspire the hearts of other people by living in your truth. Wow, that's really beautiful here for you guys, jumping into your second half of April. Wow. Let's go ahead and take a look here at your current energies for mid-April. What are going to be the current energies here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-April 2022. First card out, we do have here the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is typically the card of feeling confused. You know, this could be emotional confusion, not too sure how you feel about something. We do have here as well the Strength card. And then lastly for Virgo, what do we have? We have here the Nine of Pentacles. So as far as what I'm seeing for Virgos jumping into mid-April, the Seven of Cups, the Strength card, and then the Nine of Pentacles. Well, I could definitely say here for you, it's about building confidence. That's what you're trying to go for here jumping into mid-April. You know, you're trying to build your confidence here to embrace a certain aspect of your life. You know, usually when people are afraid to embrace something, it's because they're afraid of the judgment from other people. You know, you could be afraid to tell individuals about what kind of aspirations you have or what your career goals are. You could be afraid to tell people about a certain relationship that you're potentially invested in. Some of you guys here actually may be afraid of embracing sexuality. And if that's the case as well, I hope you guys really do go for it. You know, I really do think that you have a lot more supportive people than you recognize in your circle. So for those of you that are possibly struggling with sexuality and embracing that as well, I want you guys to know I think you're going to be really delivered here well. I think individuals are going to support you. I feel like you have nothing to worry about, and most importantly, you should always live in your truth, right? At the end of the day, you are who you are, and if people can't love and accept you for that, screw those types of people. All right, so looking at the current energies jumping into mid-April, Seven of Cups here, Strength card, Nine of Pentacles. You know, you're really doing your best here to build your confidence. I just think that there is this feeling of, I just don't know how people are going to see me, how people are going to judge me. That's what I think really comes down with the Seven of Cups. It's just this emotional confusion of, I'm just not sure how I'll be perceived. So in a way, it makes you not want to do it at all. You know, the Strength card showing up over here is about holding back. So you're trying to build confidence, but at the same time, you keep contradicting that confidence by being worried about how you'll be received or how you'll be judged. Let's have a look here at what it is you'll be dealing with here in mid-April. What are my Virgos going to be dealing with here? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-April 2022. And what do we have? We have here the Five of Wands. Definitely a lot of conflict, probably talking about conflict within yourself. So you feel a lot of conflicting feelings and thoughts. We do have here the King of Cups. And then moving forward from that, let's get two more cards. We have here the Page of Pentacles, and we have here the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so with the King of Cups here to the Five of Wands, you know, you have a lot of confliction going on within you, and the King of Cups is a card that represents a person who's very, very compassionate, very kind, very loving, you know? You know that you're a very loving, kind, compassionate person, but at the same time, I think that it's really, really hard for you to maybe deal with judgment from other people because maybe as a Virgo, you hold yourself to a certain standard, and if that standard seems to be tarnished, or if other people tend to kind of like look at the standard that you hold yourself to and make you feel like it's not enough, you know, that can possibly really impact you on an emotional level. So I feel like what you're worried about here is you're worried about your reputation, you're worried about how other people perceive you because it leads to making you feel like you're not enough. And that's so far from the truth, guys. You know, opinions are something that I will say it's pretty hard to avoid another person's opinion. You know, you have to be a very thick person. You need to have really thick skin to just say, you know what, fuck you and fuck your judgment, and not feel bothered by it on some kind of emotional way, because we're all human, right? I mean, we always will have the power to choose to not let something bother us, but that takes a lot of power and a lot of mastery to really, really master. So it's difficult, guys, when other people have opinions, and especially negative opinions, negative judgments, poor things to say. It's really hard to not let that get to us. And I feel like that's what you're afraid of over here. It's like, I have so much love and compassion for other people. I'm so supportive of other people. I just really want that for me, and I'm worried that I'm not going to have that in return. So you're really worried here that other people aren't like you. They're not going to support all of you and embrace you. And even though you really, really badly want to embrace yourself here, you're just scared that you're not going to get that same energy. So Page of Pentacles here to the Ace of Swords. It's like you really want to live your truth, but there's just so much conflicting energy surrounding that. You know, I say go for it. I'm always going to tell people to live their truth. I think it's so important to live who you are and to just learn to move unbothered, right? At the end of the day, it's something, like I mentioned, that you have to master. You know, having to master not giving a crap about what other people have to say takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of confidence, and it takes a lot of time to build up your self-worth to that place. But society has taught us, you know, to look at what other people have to say and value it as important when it's really friggin' not, you know? Everybody's always going to have their own opinion, and a lot of people like to shed their negative opinions because they're either jealous of what it is you're doing, or you tend to, you know, what is the word that I'm looking for? You tend to intimidate them, thank you. So there's a lot of reasons why people always have negative shit to say, and most of the time, I'd say 99.9% of the time, people have negative shit to say because it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Okay, so just throwing that out here. Let's go ahead and see where things are going for you. Okay, where are things going to be going here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-April 2022. Where are things going to be going here for Team Virgo? All right, first card out, we did have the Two of Wands that jumped out for you. Moving forward from that, we got here the Hermit, we got here the Knight of Swords, and we have here the Star card. So, two of Wands here to the Hermit card. Based upon where things are going, I think you're leaning more towards keeping to yourself, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because it makes me really sad, you know, to see people afraid to embrace who they truly are. And keep in mind, guys, whatever this is you're embracing, you know, whether it's a physical attribute of yourself that maybe you've been insecure about, whether it's a certain relationship or a sexual orientation, or whether this is about your career path or something personal in your life, like whatever you're afraid to embrace, I genuinely feel that there are a lot of individuals, though, and a lot more individuals that would be supportive of you than individuals who will bash you. And even if there are individuals who will bash you, it's like, fuck those people, man. Screw them. You know, 99% of the time it's about them. It's not about you. So it saddens me to see that, because I want you guys to be living your truth and living your best life. I'm always going to want that for people, kind of like you always want that for people, Virgo, you know, with that King of Cups. Very compassionate, very loving, very supporting of other people's feelings and what they choose to do for their lives. And you want that same respect, and I'm going to give you that same respect 100%. So if that comforts any of you or makes any of you feel better, just know that you have my full support to live in your authenticity, to live in your truth, to live your best life. You have no judgment for me at all. And I hope that that can inspire any of you guys today to step into your truth and to really embrace whom you are and what you're bringing to the world and what your values are. And I hope that it helps you build that confidence so that nobody can tear you down. So based upon where things are going, I do feel like some of you Virgos here are really leaning towards saying, fuck it, I'm just not going to embrace publicly whatever it is. I'm going to keep everything to myself. But with the Knight of Swords here to the Star card, it's like, I do still hope, though, that I can, you know, show the world what I need to embrace about myself. So you're hoping that you can do it, but you feel like you don't have the power to. All right, what do the spirit guides have to say? Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Virgo spirit guides throughout mid-April 2022? And what do we have? We have here the Judgment, we have here the Nine of Wands, we have here the Queen of Swords, and we have here the Queen of Cups. So the spirit guides here are saying Judgment card to the Nine of Wands. You know, at the end of the day, people are going to have judgments, and they're going to say things that are hurtful, right? That is something that's inevitable. You know, you can't control other people. You cannot control what they say, but you can very much so dismiss what they say. Queen of Swords. You need to remember that you're a queen or you're a king. You know, whatever you resonate with, whether you're a queen, Virgo, or you're a motherfucking king, or, you know, whatever it is you resonate with, I want you guys to realize that you have that power, you have that stature. Okay? That's what your guides want you to recognize. Queen of Swords, you are powerful as fuck, okay? And you do have the power here to dismiss individuals here that are going to bring judgments to the table that do not resonate with you, okay? With the Queen of Cups showing up over here, you may be a very sensitive person, especially on an emotional level. You may be sensitive to the things that other people may say, but over time, I think that that sensitivity is going to become an ally to you, an asset to you, rather than something that you would deem negative. And why do I say that? I say that because people who are sensitive can relate to other individuals. People who are emotional get other people. That is an advantage to have that not a lot of people necessarily have. When individuals are incredibly judgmental, most of the time they don't even recognize that they're being judgmental because they're actually judging themselves. You as a person who's more sensitive to that can realize that individual's suffering. Shit. It's not even about me, it's about them. When you have that kind of power, Virgo, you can see through people instantaneously. So that even makes you even more powerful, okay? So what your spirit guides are trying to say is not only are you more of a powerful person, you can see through people, you know? So know that their intention there isn't even to hurt you. Their intention is only actually to hurt themselves. People will use you like a mirror in life. You know, people have a tendency sometimes to say so many bad things to say so many bad things to people, but they don't even realize they're saying things to kind of hurt themselves. Yeah. So Virgo, there's your hidden power. Activate that shit moving throughout the second half of April here, okay? And most importantly, remember, like, you have high stature with that Queen of Swords. You're a very powerful person. And I know that it's easier said than done. I know it's easier to say that you can just easily dismiss somebody who is judging you or bringing any negativity to the table, but in due time, the more confident you are, the more you continue to embrace yourself and whom you are, the more and more power you'll have, you know? I think it's important to recognize that by embracing an aspect of yourself and all of you, that makes you so much more powerful than you can imagine. And the more that you keep and continue to embrace yourself, the more your confidence will build. So keep on doing it, guys. And then you'll see that confidence skyrocket, okay? All right, Virgo, let's jump to the overall outcome of the reading before we sign off over here. What is going to be the overall outcome here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, moving throughout mid-April 2022. And what do we have? We have here the Moon card, and then lastly, we have here the Knight of Cups. I like it. I think that after careful consideration and after, you know, taking a look at how you feel emotionally and taking a look at everything, you know, from a certain kind of perspective, I definitely feel like you're going to take a step back and you're going to put yourself into perspective for a moment. You're going to realize, you know what? I got to move forward, Knight of Cups to the Moon card. I got to move forward being me. I got to move forward representing who I am. I got to move forward embracing all of what I am and whom I am, despite what other people may have to say. So I think that, you know, remember, based upon where things are going, you had the Hermit card here to the Two of Wands. You felt like you couldn't do it. You felt like you couldn't embrace yourself, but something here is going to shift to where you say, you know what? No, it's time to continue embracing myself, despite what other people may have to say. And as I mentioned, the more that you embrace yourself, the more your confidence will grow. The more your confidence will grow, the more you will feel stronger. The stronger you feel, the less people will get to you. And you'll recognize that it's more about them and it's not about you, you know? So Virgo, you're going to be powerful AF moving throughout the second half of the month here. I love that for you, man. I love it a lot. Guys, keep on being you, baby. I like that so much for you. Okay? Virgo, love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. If this message resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love to my Virgo peeps, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.